plunged 5 floors and is reported to have died instantly.
Oh my God,
He has
so
been
she
named as
did
Detective
die.
Constable Georgia Trotman.
Ooh.
No accident.
Bloody
We'll work well
hell.
together only when you can be completely honest with me.
She's investigating Ted as well, all of them.
Mum, is this a good idea? What with AC-12's investigation into the ambush?
Oh, what did I say?
I was born yesterday.
You saw DC Fleming.
She's gonna
So
lie.
you'll have to help me use DC Fleming. I have in my possession 7 financial records pertaining to you.
She was investigating him.
This is the home under protective custody of staff nurse Claire Tyndall.
Wow.
How did you get these? For the tape, the images showed
Oh.
Jason returning to staff nurse Tyndall's home.
My
and
God.
he was later photographed in an upstairs bedroom with her. Is this your mobile phone?
Yes, it is. AC-12 was down. Down.
Stealing.
In the gutter.
Interview terminated. Show's over. Kid.
She's being arrested, but this is a big enough account. She has built a case against all 3 of them.
Protected witness. The wee gobshite this was all about.
Who is it?
Christ.
God, that's what I said. I think she's guilty of some things, but like, is she all of it? Or is this bigger than all of us?
I'm innocent. You know I am.
But what's she done though? Because she doesn't come across to me as innocent. It's got the Gates vibe again. I don't know what to think. Most confused I've ever been. Ever been. Can't be line of duty without a cup of tea. This is so stressful.
I'm refusing bail. You will be remanded
wow.
into custody until the 18th of November.
No bail. So is she going to be in prison for like this whole series? Oh my goodness. Please leave the cat alone.
Has anyone got an evidence bag for
Fleming.
this?
If they kill her character off by like having her killed in prison because she's put a lot of these people away, I will be fuming. Especially if she didn't do it. Like if she did... That would just be like an absolute kick in the teeth. Especially for AC-12, who screwed the last case a lot. Now they may screw up this case. Imagine that.
Can I request a piano keyboard, please? Answering only yes or no. Would you like to request a television
God's
set?
sakes.
No.
Why? Okay, can I just
Move
say
away from
one
the
more thing, guys? Like, I feel like TV shows portray like police and like corrections officers really badly. Like they portray them as these like horrible, nasty people. Like even I know there is corruption. There are people that are like that, but it seems to be the big bulk of them in TV shows. Like I remember in the last season they had the those 2 police officers or a couple of police officers that were doing dodgy things, and they just seem like assholes except for the one. It's the same with these 2. Like I can't help but feel like it's a little bit inaccurate, you know. I don't know though. Like the thing is, I haven't experienced it enough, so I wouldn't know. But I would think surely that those sorts of ranks have like nicer people.
Oh, what's that tosser doing here?
Bobby the phone,
Oh, not him.
You too?
Gosh almighty.
So what's he doing here?
Oh.
The Deputy Chief Constable ordered me to bring on a specialist from SC9.
Those bastards have been keeping us.
Wait.
SC9?
That was the person that he asked to... Okay. Time to talk. Okay, so as Ted has just said, he's been asked to bring someone onto the case from AC9. Someone like him. Now, we already know that he is dodgy because he was in talks with that Tommy guy. He got him released. He stopped him from getting charges. He was a part of that thing the whole time. That is the king of corruption right there. Now, if we brought him into this case, he is going to screw it up. And if Arnott doesn't punch him in the face or something along those lines, to be honest though, Arnott wouldn't even know that he screwed that up. Wait, hold on a second. Is it going to be Tommy? Surely not. Surely he wasn't put in witness protection. Oh, she's speaking it up.
The dirty bastards put shit in my food. Don't you people check?
Oh,
Answering yes
for
or no.
goodness
Don't you people check?
sakes. They put horrible stuff
The
in her
target of the
food.
5th of September ambush was a protected witness.
This individual is John Thomas Hunter.
So we are
He used
bringing
the
him
name
back
Tommy
in.
and had proven links with organised crime. Tommy cooperated with the investigation into the Greek Lane terror incident.
Let me guess, he was
in
witness
return
protection.
for immunity from prosecution.
I thought so.
Tommy, the
Oh
target of the ambush.
my God.
A second successful attempt on his life was made at the General Hospital 9 days
Wait.
later. Yes?
Hold
no
on.
prosecutions resulted from the Greek Lane counter-terror.
Wait. Was he the one that was died in the hospital? They tried to move the witness. They did. He was shot and he was burnt. They then tried to... Yeah, so it was him. Wait, so he's now dead. Unless that was never him. And I say that in a weird way, right? I say that in a weird way. Let me just say this. He is a kingpin, right? He knows the ins and outs of everything. This seems way too easy. Why would he just go into witness protection, willfully do that sort of thing after that whole of the series 1? Why wouldn't he just go to, you know, like this? I don't know. I think there's a very, very specific reason we didn't get to see their face. I kind of can't help but feel like he's still alive. That could just be like a random stab in the dark guess sort of thing.
Dear Sakers was killed in the ambush. How did it fit that she betrayed Tommy?
I feel like he's stringing a story, eh? Like, I do not trust him, and I don't think I should trust him. I don't think any of you should trust him at all. At all. No. He's stringing a story together. He's trying to cut the tail again because he knows that it connects to this or that or the other. I'm waiting, guys. I'm waiting.
Who was dear Sakers' protected witness? I don't know. I never knew. You never saw him?
She never
Never
knew.
heard her name? No.
She never knew. That's the thing. She's in the dark, so why would she have anything to do with it?
How did you figure out I was an undercover officer? Well, I give you tips so that you can do a better job on the next innocent officer that you go after. The trial.
She should work
If we
with
get that
Fleming.
far,
She should
we
work
will.
with Fleming, and Fleming will
Is this
help
what you
her.
want, Kate?
The general gist of it is that the investigation is continuing. We've got this frustrating other fella who's back now. I don't even remember his name, but I don't trust him at all. I think the aim is to prove that Denton did it, even though I don't think she did, and I'll be adamantly... I'll say that now. I think my sort of view has been back and forth a little bit based on some of the things that she's done, like being violent and aggressive. But generally, I don't think she did it at all. Like, I feel like she's been set up, like I said, and I don't think, it's not going to be that simple. I did have an interesting theory about Tommy. I do not think that he's dead. I know that he's been burnt and stuff, but we never got to see his face. We never got the ID. We never got any of that. And he's a kingpin. Like, is he really just going to rest in witness protection? Like, and that other guy, surely, like, I don't know, I've got a weird feeling like he could have just set all this up. Am I just being like a conspiracy theorist? Is that what I'm being right now? But anyway, the investigation goes on and we continue. We're at episode 3 now, so we've still got 3 episodes left after this. I wouldn't be surprised if it does take a little bit longer to sort of piece these things together. Denton has a bit of dirt on Fleming, and I do believe Fleming needs to sort of come to the idea of the possibility that she's innocent. I know that, like, if she's guilty, I'm going to be like, sit there and put my hands up and say, oh my god, okay, I was wrong. But the fact that they're like so adamant that she's guilty, even though everything so far is circumstantial, I would be a little more open to the possibility that she has been there wrong place, wrong time. I mean, I've just seen The Killing, Season 1, and if you haven't seen it, I won't try and save it. There's a specific character that goes through something crazy, and it all ends up being wrong. So, I don't know. I'm not jumping to any conclusions. Relayed concrete.
Around the office, you ought to be calling me sir.
Oh my god.
Sir?
Sir.
The disrespect.
Not like that.
You'll answer all our questions fully and honestly, with the exception of disclosing Jane's request for you to contact me.
Wow. So even she's going to be keeping secrets. Hey,
I get it.
that's a very minor level of corruption, eh? I know that's
Last thing I wanna do
weird
is embarrass
because
you.
I feel like she's completely innocent. Well, she is. But, like, that makes her look so guilty, eh?
Why didn't you notify me you were arresting D.I. Denton?
Didn't realise I had to, sir.
Oh.
We are, sir. It's just there's the principle of non-reciprocity.
Sus
I'm managing one of the
again.
biggest cases, if not the biggest.
He gives me the same vibes as the, like, leader of the last precinct with Gates. That main guy that just, like, he seemed, I don't know, very weird, you know? Very weird. It gives me the same vibes.
And may I ask, is there any difficulty with Denton's arrest, sir?
No, of course not.
Yeah.
Did the right thing.
Why be so
Luckily,
mad
the
about it
players
then,
to
bruh?
play
If
this
it's the right
development in our
thing.
favour.
Relax.
D.I. Denton obtained my financial records,
So he's trying to
accusing me
get
of
to...
having
oh.
high levels of undisclosed financial
He's trying
losses,
to
sir.
see if he'd, like, accept
actions
these
in
issues.
obtaining-
I'm going to have to consider how it affects your position.
Oh.
Thank you,
Gutting.
sir.
I cannot imagine the team without the three. Fleming, Ted and Arnott.
That your number?
My mobile, yeah.
Do you recall what she said?
Oh, he's lying.
She said that something had come up at work and that she was going to be home late. She said she'd call me later.
Gosh
Let me know how things were
almighty.
going.
It just seems so dodgy.
Was there anything she said, an unusual turn of phrase, a name, anything that might alert someone to what was going on?
She's getting him to lie. I can't. Oh, gosh, that could be so bad. I'm not excited, by the way, guys. I'm nervous. I'm a bit excited. I'm nervous because that's so dodgy from her. If that gets found out, not good.
I'm guessing something wasn't right with her because his husband. Cup of tea.
Gosh, this guy,
Look, I've
yeah.
got enough request for financial forensics.
She was getting paid for information.
Great minds think alike.
Maybe.
Nice one.
Can I
Denton's
just
in custody.
Can I just say, like, I can see why he's so high up and why he seems to be good at his job, but I can't see beyond the corruption. Now, I'm not against the idea of change, and I will say that now. If he's going to change into a good character, brilliant, fantastic. I will start beginning to, like, accept that. But season 1 ended on too much of a note that I cannot trust this bloke. Too much of a note. Like, there's not a single thread of me after season 1 that wanted this guy to keep succeeding forward, right? Now it feels a bit weird. It doesn't feel like I want him to do well and I want him to go unnoticed, but I don't know. I've got like a smidgen of hope that he could change. How do you keep a secret
Steve,
like that as well?
What was that?
Nothing, he's a twat.
Stephen,
The nurse isn't a witness against Denton. She's never even heard of her.
Did you have inappropriate relations with a
He
witness?
did.
As I've said, sir,
did.
she's not a witness. I'm saying I know the difference between screwing up an investigation and just screwing.
There's discreditable conduct and there's just plain right and wrong.
With respect, sir, you need a better reason for having this conversation.
How the hell are we supposed to uphold standards if you're running around town?
They need soundproofing. 100%.
my reason.
get out!
I would be as well. But that's the thing, like, yeah, he says like it was, you know, not a part of the investigation, but she's still connected. So why would you even consider that, like, even slightly?
Don't look now, right? What did I say about not looking? There's a couple of birds behind you.
So maybe they can work it out.
This is bloody weird, Doc.
Yeah.
Me and you work
After
together.
everything that happened.
Yeah.
You know what? I think this is something I need to talk about. He's very charismatic, you know. I like the guy. Just sit there listening to him. I like the guy. Like I'm hearing him speak and the way he's trying to be there for Arnott and the fact that he's really good at his job. How can you not like that about him? But the thing is like when you've got such a shroud of bad over the season 1, right? It's pulling its way into season 2. How could you view him anyway but like slightly negative? Unless somehow I've gotten the characters completely wrong and it wasn't him talking to Tommy, but I'm pretty sure it was.
It's down, is it?
What is that? Oh, is this in the garage?
Sir, may I respectfully request any findings be shared?
Send your request to my office in Rice and somebody will get back to you
gosh.
within the next 10 working days, okay?
What a
Yes,
dick,
please, ladies and
man.
gentlemen.
Sorry for my language. So there's a body found. What the hell?
I'm afraid the Evening Herald is going to run the speeding ticket story.
Oh, wow.
I need
His
to
story's
question you
being
further
run.
in regards to the industrial estate. A body's been found buried under the floor of the old A&B carriage repairs industrial unit.
It does seem a bit
Same
sketchy,
target,
but
same
like,
clothing, motorcycle gear.
yeah, I don't
They
know,
took the
man.
nurse to that garage. Now, if this was your case, would you write those off as coincidences?
She wouldn't.
No.
Can I
We
just
will
say, let
find
me
it.
just say, yeah, like, she is connected to all of this, and it does look like a coincidence that she was there and there and there. But she's a detective. She's gonna be there and there and there. Kate is there and there and there, you know? Like, it's, you know, it's jumping to conclusions way too quickly. I feel like you can't just say, oh, you were here. She was there based on work, well, we think. You know, and to be honest, why would she take Fleming there if she did something bad? If she was smart, right? That would be the last person she took Fleming. Why would she beat Fleming up there? You know, it makes zero sense.
There's all sorts we can do to improve your situation. You know why I'm in here? Because I picked up a phone.
If she just spoke about why, like, that's why I feel like she's got someone's holding something against her. Because if you're going through this much crap and you still refuse to give out evidence or cooperate with the investigation, you know, like, it's just of course it's gonna make you look guilty. But that's why I'm thinking, based on how genuine she seems, that maybe there's a reason she can't speak. There's a reason why she can't. I think Fleming is about to start coming around to the idea that she isn't guilty. And I think that the more that Fleming works with her, with the evidence we have, I think they're going to solve this together. Is that just me? I do think she's done things, or maybe she's got stuff over her head, because a lot of this does seem like a coincidence. Some of the way she acted do seem a bit strange. the beating up of Fleming, the beating up of the person upstairs. Maybe it is just short temper, I don't know. But the suspicions around why she was called to do this witness protection thing, and then it had to be her car, and then why her car wasn't attacked. Why wasn't she attacked? That's still a really big question that I'm asking. Why was she not attacked? Because if anyone is tying up loose ends to an ambush, you don't just leave a police officer there a witness to it. You know, you don't just leave witnesses. And the person then went back and killed the other witness. Why haven't they killed Denton? So that's my point. So it's obvious. I feel like she does have links, and I feel like she can't speak about them. I'll say that again and again. Because none of that sort of stuff makes any sense. She should have been targeted if someone really is tying up loose ends. If someone really was worried about witnesses like we've seen. She wasn't. There must be a reason.
I need you to amend your statement, Mom. To go on record with what you've just admitted regarding the phone call.
You see, now she's cooperating.
Just as soon as you do the same.
Oh, wow. Oh. So she's basically like, you admit to it and I'll admit to it. This is what I mean, guys. It's like 1 minute she's trying to cooperate, the next minute she's trying to pin. And now Fleming's contemplating what the hell to do. What does Fleming do at that point, you know? What would she do?
Rich Acres is hiding something.
Hiding Fleming?
On the night of the ambush, she called me.
See?
Who else you told?
What else have you told?
No one.
Keep it that way. You draw a line around it and you walk away from it like it never happened.
Steve.
This has been your career.
Lindsay Denton knows.
Oh yeah, that screws everything up. Because any...
That's what all that business was with your phone. Your version of events is Richard Akers called you because he was worried about his wife. It didn't materially affect the investigation. End of.
Steve, that's a lie.
Can she lie? That's the
Maybe
thing.
there are some people out there who always tell the truth and want to always lie.
Gosh almighty. A huge decision to make. Will she lie or will she tell the truth?
I've got a bigger story for you.
I've got a bit... Don't tell
The
me...
person charged in connection with the ambush.
Oh...
The 36-year-old
Don't.
woman. She's a police officer.
Oh...
Detective Inspector Lindsay.
My
Denton
God!
from
He's
the missing
dobbing
persons
her
unit at Fifth Street
in!
Station.
She's gonna end up killing herself. I know that's a real big, really big jump, but she's spoken about the only thing she has in her life. Really? But would they do that 2 seasons in a row? With Gates and Denton? All she's had in her life, right? All she's had, all she has, is the police. And they're now about to, like, publish this to the media. I cannot believe someone of his level and class is gonna go, or has gone to the hero and leaked this information.
God help me, when I find the leak, I'm going to bury the bastard.
See? It's him. Is he ever gonna predict that, though? Ever. Something's gonna end up happening to her in prison, guys. 100%. You see? Prisoners walking in. They know she's a police officer. They've seen what's on the news. You see? Here we go. God's sake. And of course, there's no guard that's gonna see that. Whenever is there? They're gonna break her hand or something. No! Oh! Don't! Please don't! Oh my goodness gracious me. She needs to be put somewhere safe because no... Yeah. Exactly like I thought.
Look, could have been worse, I suppose. Thank God it wasn't.
Oh, yeah.
You've been talking
God.
to 12. From now on, you keep your gun shut.
They just burned her hands. And more corruption. I sensed that scene was dodgy. I thought they were being nice because it was when it benefited them, but no. They just go and scold her hands, probably to... Her skin's probably going to disappear from it. Her hands will be completely burnt. Period. More literally, like, right? Corruption, I know this is a show about corruption, but everyone's corrupt. The question is, how does she get out of this safely? Everyone's there to hurt her. I don't know if, like, I can't really remember how frustrated I was in season 1, but I feel like this has been significantly more frustrating. Season 2 has been way more frustrating than season 1. Simply because of all the things that are happening that you know could be prevented.
Coming to me as you did is a mark of your character.
Yeah. So he's gonna keep him on it.
I, for one, would feel less confident of success
if you weren't
without
here.
your guiding hand on the tiller.
Hey, me too. You and me both.
I'd like you to carry on.
Ted, my guy. Now just find that this guy's
say,
corrupt. Look at her hands. Oh, come on. I hope Fleming notices and does something about it.
The medical officer doesn't know how bad they'll be. He's referred me to a specialist.
Wow, imagine that stops her from doing her job or something crazy like that.
They've got non-disclosure of sensitive evidence. Included in said sensitive evidence is my call history.
Oh wow,
You can't do that.
So it has been all swept
I was an
under.
undercover officer, gathering evidence
Come
against
on.
you. I was set up to get involved in the transfer of the witness. The newspaper leak about me, the attack.
Although
They said as
she's
much.
starting to
They
look in
said
the wrong
what?
direction now as well, because
They
it's
said
not
not to talk to
AC-12.
you. Only somebody at executive level has that kind of
You
power.
see, what did I say? Executive power.
And
Higher.
the only person I told about the operation was Mike Dryden.
I'm really, really bad
You've
with
lied
names.
through your teeth throughout this investigation.
Mike Dryden. Was that the, like...
And now you're using...
Was that the main guy that Ted basically just got forgiven from?
No, that's not what it is, really.
Now I feel like Fleming's blinded.
We had an affair. 5 years.
Oh, wow.
And
Could that be what someone's holding over her? Something similar?
I think you're guilty.
Oh, wow. I'm no detective. Fleming is. Fleming was spot on in previous seasons in the sense of, like, you know, doing her job. She was seeking out corruption and she found it. So now I'm getting conflicting views. Do I trust my gut or my heart with Denton and the story she's, you know, written me? Or do I go with one of the best in Fleming?
D.I. Denton covered the ghost rotor as Inspector Barlow was reassigned
Oh,
that
wow.
night.
Who was responsible for that change?
Wait, what
Hold
happened?
1 second.
Who changed? Barlow.
It came directly from Deputy Chief Constable Dryden's office.
Oh, Dryden!
Great, thank you.
Another connection.
It's like Jane Akers was on the receiving end of a substantial payment.
How substantial?
Upwards of
Oh,
50 grand.
shoot! So she got paid. Oh,
We need to
wow.
include Kate.
But Akers was her main.
The change that put Lindsay Denton on duty that night.
He was the chief super. Where's he now?
Wait.
Deputy Chief Constable.
I see, because they were talking about how she was having an affair with him, and he made the change so that she was involved then and there. So that would set her up. Dude. Dryden. She's just ruminating on everything that's happened. Don't tell me she's about to run into the wall. Oh no. Okay, she didn't. Thank goodness. This show, how dare you do that to me?
I believe you.
Yeah! Come on! You see, I believe her as well. To an extent. I'm not trusting everything completely. Come on! Okay guys, that's the end of that episode, and let me just say there was one big overarching thing that I want to discuss right before we sort of get into the nitty gritty, and that's the fact that everyone in this case has different opinions. Fleming believes that Denton did it. Fleming's quite adamant about that. She's quite certain to go against Denton. Whereas Arnott's just gone to her and said, I believe you. So obviously conflicting views, conflicting viewpoints in the sense that different directions they want to take, which really isn't good because that will lead with conflict. And not to mention, I don't completely trust Denton still. I know that Arnott said, I believe you, and you know, obviously there's more information come out on Dryden, but I will say this now, she's been very, very careful about what information she releases. Very careful about it. So if it's me, I'm still being skeptical. I'll go in open-minded and try and, like, you know, see her point of view, but I'm not being fooled that quickly, you know. I'm going to stick to my roots. I still think she's innocent, but my mind is well and truly open. Now, new prime suspect, new kingpin, potentially new, sort of like a Tony Gates, but not really. Like, it's the higher-up guy, Detective Dryden, who we found out was having an affair with Denton, who Denton sort of said gave him an ultimatum, and then he cut it off. Now the crazy thing is that the night that Denton wasn't even supposed to be working, someone made the change so that she did the shift, and the person who did that was Dryden. So Dryden put her in the ambush situation. Why is that? Now why is that? It doesn't really make much sense. Obviously the person that died as well is Aiken's wife. Aiken's wife, and then that main kingpin. Why would Dryden though go after them? You know, that is a bit of a suspicious sort of like. Why? Why would he do that, and what, for what reason? Unless he literally just wanted to frame her, and that was just convenient of a situation to pin her against. I don't know. It's very interesting. You know, it's very confusing. I don't know why, but I still have a feeling like that other guy that I always forget his name, the one that came from last season, who's now here, the one I don't trust. I can't help but feel like he's got some bigger part to play in this as well. Tommy, for some reason, I still don't think is dead. Yes, he's died, but the Kingpin of Season 1? Has he really gone out that quickly? We haven't even seen his character on screen. I don't know. Is it just me that didn't really believe that straight away, guys? I'm obviously skeptical about potentially faking his death and whatnot, and how all of this connects I don't know. It's strange. It's definitely a strange one. This series has been way more confusing to predict and talk about and understand in season 1. That's just one thing I have noticed. It's way more intricate. People did say the season was absolutely fantastic. I agree with them so far. 3 episodes in, 3 episodes to go, halfway to go, guys. And really, I'm still in the dark, you know. Like I said, I trust Denton and I trust what's going on. I don't think she would go through all of this trauma and seem this genuine if she wasn't genuine. Obviously, she's going through this stuff in prison. She's had her hands burnt by the guards, more corruption by the guard officers, what do you want to call them, corrections officers, and she's being basically told to be quiet, to shut up, to not speak to AC-12. I feel like someone's got their hand in that, you know, someone high's got their hand in that. I've spoken about this the whole time. Someone high had to be involved with all the coordination, knowing the protocol, knowing the procedure. Now, one of the other good things is, guys, is that Fleming's sort of details regarding her situation have been swept under the rug, and it doesn't look like they will come to light. Hopefully, it looks like Ted and Arnott and Fleming are all going to remain on this case, and there isn't really any imminent threat to their sort of position, so we do continue to go forward. I'm hoping that Fleming comes round to start believing in Denton and her situation. I don't want her to, like, go the rest of the season being so adamant against it. Although, like I said, who do I trust? Do I trust the genuineness of Denton, or do I trust the mind of Fleming? That's the thing that I'm not getting, you know. Just think about it as well, because we know Denton's been violent. We know she's concealed information. We know she's lied about information. She could still be lying. This could all be an act. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. If you did enjoy the episode, as ever, don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to the channel for new content coming every single week. Also, as ever, don't forget on my Instagram, British Chat with 2 P's, the link in the description below. Now, guys, I really mean that. Description below, British Chat with 2 P's. My Instagram, I update everything. People ask me how often about would I do Line of Duties, when do we know Line of Duty is going to come out. You will know if you follow my Instagram. Updates, previews, previouslys, sneak peeks, all sorts, guys. Go on the Instagram, so go give it a follow. But you guys, let me know in the comments what you thought of this reaction and how complicated it is. What did you think about the whole situation with Detective... How have I forgotten her name? Denton. Detective Denton and her situation that she's being sort of abused in prison. What do you think of the conflicting views between Arnott, what he believes, Fleming, what she believes, Ted, what he believes, and this overarching corruption from higher up? Let me know what you think of it, guys, down below. Having some discussion going. But you guys, that's all from me. As you have, this has been your boy, British Chat. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.